This is Chisom Otebeaka, and this is still Sell Out with WhatsApp Broadcast, the mini course. Welcome back to the workshop. I'm super excited to have you back. So, in this module, we are going to look at how to build an effective broadcast list. Now, the broadcast list is the platform where all the people you need to send messages to are all congregated, right? So not everybody on your WhatsApp can be on your WhatsApp group. It has to be the people that you want to reach out to. Okay, so we're going to dive into that fully in this module. In the first part, I want to start with annoying truths about broadcast messages, things that are a bit uncomfortable, right? Before we, of course, we know it's all good, but let me talk about some of the things that are very annoying. And some of these things are the reasons why some of you here may not even be engaging with WhatsApp broadcast at all. Or actually, I remember somebody telling me I actually hate it. I hate it. And I'm like, okay, I get. Okay, so number one is the lack of personalization. A lot of people who think broadcast think it in terms of using it as a massive announcement portal. So it comes off generic, it comes off not personal, and so it's a bit just weird for people. Now, it is not the feature of the platform, it's not the feature of the platform, it's the feature of the messaging that the person who used it sent. Another thing is you stand a risk to be marked as a spam when people report you. If people keep getting your messages that are generic and all that and they don't need it, they can just click on reports. And if you keep doing it, you can be banned from using WhatsApp. I mean, remember that it's owned by a company and they all hold privacy very, very, very seriously. So you have to, make sure that you do things appropriately with the right consent. We'll come to consent a little bit more later. Again, WhatsApp is a bit limited. It doesn't give you, WhatsApp broadcast now doesn't give you opportunity to analyze, to look at the analytics or track maybe how many people have opened it, who is not responding and why, that kind of thing. It doesn't really give you that insight. So some people see it as a limitation, and I thought I should point it out. Another thing is that, oh my God, broadcast messages, broadcast lists can only take 256 persons per time. So if you have like 10,000 people and you need to put them in a particular category, say your customers, you have to create multiple broadcast lists of 256 persons each to be able to reach them. So you might now mark them 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I mean? I have those kind of lists. I have 11 kind of broadcast lists of a particular category on my phone, and it's okay. I use it, but smartly, what I do is I don't send the messaging at the same time, so that I'm not overwhelmed with responding to everybody individually. So I can send to 2 lists today. I attend to all of them in the next 24 hours or 2 days. Then I send to this, like that. So that's one of the limitations. The other one I wanted to mention is that people can actually warn you, like, I don't want this. So how do you come off from having, experiencing any of these annoying things? That takes us to, you know, that takes us to the second lesson, right? The second lesson talks about how to identify your target audience and how to generate, create people who will buy from you, called the buying persona. How do you get people who will actually buy from you? That is if you want to use this platform for business. Okay, so hold on for that. Welcome back. Chisom Utibeaka right here, and this is still Sell Out with WhatsApp Broadcast. How do you identify your target audience? Who is the real person that needs your message? And how do you create your messages in a way that will make the person feel, like they need it, feel like they want it, even crave for you to send more, right? Number one thing I do, and I do this usually at the beginning of every year or when I just get new people into my broadcast list, so I think you should use it. Great. So I send out a message to all the broadcast lists I have created, telling them how that I would like to communicate with them about my business, about my offerings, about my ministry, whatever it is I'm going to be engaged in that year. So asking if they won't mind my sending them updates regularly about what I do and getting their support and having them, inviting them for some, selling to them as well. And you're going to get a lot of people's response. Most of the time, 99.9999999% of the time, everybody just said, oh my God, I don't mind. I don't mind, right? I get just a few people in a broadcast of over 3,000 people. Sometimes I get like maximum two persons who say, okay, just for personal reasons, don't add me, that kind of thing. So you need to do it. Now, I used to do mine then in a very large broad. So I used to put everybody on my broadcast list when I was still starting out. And then I would do this. So I'll get the people all in. But at the same time, it wasn't so effective because not everybody wants what every message you're sending at a time. So before I began to learn to segment, which is what I'm teaching you in this model as well. So getting consent early is very, very key. So, but what I want you to do, instead of sending to everybody, make sure that you can first of all do what I'm asking you to do here. Segment people, identify them, put them in a broadcast list that fits their status, their interest, their age, their location, all of that, before asking for their consent. You know what I mean? So that makes it easier. Okay, now the other thing you must do is make sure that, of course, I've said it in passing, target people according to their need. Don't just send, oh, I have this beautiful shoe that you will love, and you're sending it to a 14-year-old, 16-year-old girl who can't even afford it. It doesn't make sense. Or you're talking about, oh my gosh, menstrual cramp, there's a pill or there's something, that you need to take. And that person you're talking to is a young man who is not even married. So it's not like he can even buy for his wife. So you know what I mean? So you have to look at it like that way. The next thing you have to do is, first of all, to avoid all of this, define what you're selling or what you're likely to sell, so that you can put people according to the category of need of what you have. That is the best way, right? If you don't, and then when you categorize them and you're not so sure, you can go ahead and ask them, like, interest, their look at their buying behavior. Another way you can also create a list, category or segment, is to look at people who have bought from you before. They bought a particular product, so you can put all of those kind of people in a particular group. So you know that when you're reaching them with upgrades that you have made, new things you have created, that they already have interest in. So don't just send any kind of messages. Also, you can segment your list according to people's pain, what they are going through, right? So if there are health issues, if there are people struggling with their teenage children behavior and all of that, you can put them in the same list, so that it's sent to them targeted product and services or counseling that you are currently selling. You know what I mean? Right? Also, when you are able to also ask people about their interests and all that, to know where to put them, the information they give you, you go ahead and use that to put them in the category that they belong. So what I want you to do after this lesson is to look at how, what are you selling. Now, if you're not a business person, what kind of audience do you have passion to keep? If you're running a ministry, for instance, what are the ministry arms you have to keep updated with, that you want to nurture, that you want to reach out to, say, early every morning? Maybe you want to send them devotionals, or you want to send them tips. You're a marketing professional. Maybe you have a service where you have to send people marketing prompts, things that they need to do to market their business. You want to send, so you put them in a category. You know what I mean? So you have to be crystal clear about what you're selling and match them with segmenting people that will need them. Also, what you need to do now is to look at your existing contacts. Look at them and then look at how they fit into each of the segments you have, depending on the products that you have or your services. Look at them already, because you have to start from there. Okay, now also make sure that as you go ahead and people buy from you, you can refine your list. Because let's say somebody is trying to buy your counseling package because they have a teenage son who is unruly. When the son grows up, in the next 5 years, and the son is now an adult, has left the home, you can't keep selling to the person, let me help you, teach you how to take care of your teenage son. You know what I mean? The son is now an adult, so you have to know when to remove people from a particular list, even if they belong there before, so that they can always buy from you. So if the son is now an adult and you have something for that age you can sell, or something else of their interest, it has to be dynamic, and you have to engage with your clients or with your broadcast list members regularly to be able to at least once in a week. I recommend once in a week, not more than that. It can be a little too much, except they now ask you personal questions that you have to now reach out to one on one afterwards. Okay, it's good to keep it very, very minimal but regular, so they know that when it comes to this, you're an authority at it, and you can come top of their mind when they are with somebody who needs your service. They can even recommend you and all that. All of these things are benefited in the many years I have been using WhatsApp broadcast. Okay, all right, so let's go to lesson 3, and then we're going to explore strategies how you can grow this broadcast list, because the more new people you can get into your list, the better for you to sell, the better for you to win souls. If you're a ministry person, the better for you to expand whatever it is that you're doing for humanity, right? So let's go there. So here we're looking at strategies you can use to get new people, new broadcast list subscribers into your list at every time, because you meet people all the time, you get phone numbers from people all the time. Now you're going to be more conscious about it, save them in the right format, chat them up so that you can warm them into your list where they belong, right? So if you're talking with somebody, even if the person is not going to fall into the list you currently have, you should be able to tell where they fall into. Even if they are just going to be feel all right hangout friends, you should have a list for hangout friends. You should check up on your hangout friends, right? So that is so important. So how can you grow your broadcast subscriber list? I would say number one, use it on your post on social media. When you're doing a post and you want people to engage, share your broadcast list with people, right? And then get them to subscribe. So always use your WhatsApp link as a get back to me mechanism. You know what I mean? Also, you can tell people that you have rewards, comes up some kind of incentive for people who join your broadcast list. Have you noticed that Instagram now has broadcasts as well? So yeah, WhatsApp did it first. Okay, so make sure that, because this is really minefield if you ask me, because these are people who trust you enough to come into your inner circle, right? So make sure that you can give them some kind of reward in return, like a discount, like exclusive content, special offers when you're launching something, so they feel like, oh my god, it was very, very good that I followed you when I did. Also, when you're running ads on Facebook, on Google and the rest, make sure that you can receive inquiries through your WhatsApp, so you can segment them into your list. This is very important. That way you always have these people constantly in your list. Okay, a lot of people may not open email lists, they might flip through the email, they might not really, you know how it is. But WhatsApp, you can't ignore it. Especially the notifications are always going to be there, except you're going to remove it and not read. But most of the time, because they signed up, they have they gave you consent, and they're interested in the message you keep sending them. Why not? They're going to keep reading it. Another way, you can also collaborate with influencers, right? So when you go to speaking, let's say what Instagram live sessions, anywhere it is, make sure that it is your WhatsApp link you drop for people to click and join your broadcast list, right? So let me quickly show you also how you can generate your link and share it. Now, another thing before I get there is you need to know how to call to action. When you send a message and you guys are finished chatting and you want people to take action, you have to tell them what you want them to do, right? So if it is, oh, please help me share this, or let me know what you think, or click this link to watch the video, make sure you have clear call to actions. That way they can even take action and still share it with other people, because they know exactly what they will benefit, right? This is very important. Let me just quickly show you how you can generate links. So what are links? The address that people will click and they begin to chat you, especially those you don't know before. So they are just engaging with your content for the first time. Remember, it's part of the list building process. We're talking about nurturing customer relationship next, sometime in module 4, I think. So, but before then, you need to know how to generate your link, which is the first process. How do you keep increasing the number of people on your list? So, say you have maybe list of people who are maybe new converts, and you put them all in a list. When you preach to somebody today as a pastor, and you get a person's number, what do you give the person if you want to make a post, for instance, especially online? I mean, if it's physical, you can collect the number and save it in the international format and tell the person you will reach them and try to chat the person up so that you activate that chat. Then you put them on the list of that is labeled new convert and create that's already created as a broadcast list. But then if you're preaching online or posting stuff online and you're asking people, if you want me to reach you more with the word of God or something, click here. How, what are you going to be putting? You're not going to be putting your phone numbers. Then the person starts saving it and then start looking for you on WhatsApp. There's a way you can do it directly, so when they click, immediately they click, they come to your chat immediately. So that's what I want to teach you how to create. I will teach you two ways. So let's go to Google Chrome. So let's use Google Chrome. You come here and you type wa.me. Wa is WhatsApp. So wa.me slash, can you see, forward slash, you put your phone number in the international format. So plus, sometimes this thing's just okay, plus 234, then you put your number, my number 083 899 4417. Make sure that your number is represented like this. With this, you can go ahead and share it anywhere. So if you tap this, it will bring you to a dashboard like this. So you click on continue to chat. When you continue to chat, it will ask you whether you want to use the normal WhatsApp or you want to use the WhatsApp business, right? So I'm using the WhatsApp business, and that's the one I've encouraged you to get. So you can go there, tap, and it will go straight into, you can see. So you can come here and immediately send the chat to the person. Can you see? Very simple. wa.me forward slash your phone numbers starting with +234, depending on your country code, plus your country code that replaces zero, then your full numbers. Okay. So another way you can create a link, a personalized link. In this one, you can create multiple of these kind of links that I want to show you now in a way that will sell your different products. So you can, and in this one, you're going to have a chart that is already customized, or like a template that is already there. So immediately the person is chatting you, all they need to do is to fill out what else they want to add to the chart. So you can create one for different products, like I've said. So let's go straight into doing that. Come back to Google Chrome, and then you come to wa.link. That's the second one I'm showing you. When you open that, you're going to see create WhatsApp links. Can you see? One link is the most popular WhatsApp link generator worldwide, right? So you can create your link for free. You also have, if you also want it branded in your company name or your brand name, you can pay for the premium package. So what you do is scroll down all the way, then you put your phone number. So you put your phone number here. You can see if your country is not already represented, you tap here to choose your country. You can see, so mine is already set in Nigeria, and so it brings out the country code. Then all I have to do is to add my number, 17, can see. Then you now customize your message. So let me say that this link, I want to share it when I'm posting about, say I'm selling shoes and bags, so I want to use it for people who want to inquire about buying bags. I can add here and say, hello Chisom, I am interested, or rather I want to know how much your bags I saw on your, maybe on your status, or status go for, right? So you can put this already. So question mark, I want to know how much your bags I saw on your status go for, right? So after that, you can look at how it looks by preview. So let's preview it and see how it will look. Can you see? Can you see what's happening here? Can you see? Hello, Chisom. I want to know how much your bags I saw on your WhatsApp go for. So the person can now tap here to send. Can you see? And then with this now, you can now chat the person up and continue. So let's go back there. So this is the preview. We are back here. If you think it's okay, or you can even say something like, "Hello, Chisom. My name Yes, you can put a dash so that they know that that's the part they put their name. Yeah. You now add, I want to know how much your bags go for, or how much your bags cost, you know, or how much your bags, okay, yeah, cost. So whatever it is, so it can be anything, remember? So the idea is to customize the message already so that when you get the message from the person, you know the link that the person came through, and you know the product or the service or whatever you are pardon me, whatever you're advertising that they came through. Then after that, the next step is to click here where you have generate my WA link. So you tap it. Just look at what will happen, right? Can you see? This is your WhatsApp short link here. Can you see? Then it's asking you if you want a premium plan, you can get the premium plan and all that. So you now scroll down. This is where you come and copy your link and download your QR. Can you see? If you want to add your QR link, you tap here. If you don't want it, you leave it. Can you see? Then you come here, copy your link and download your QR. So I'm going to copy link. So it's to show copy. That's how you know it's copied. Then with this now, you can go to anywhere. Say, I can come to my Facebook, for instance, open it, and I write, I have fabulous new bags for sale. Yeah. See comment section to order now. Right? I'm going to post it. I know that my Facebook people are going to freak out like bags, but I'm going to post it immediately and remove it. Then, why I don't want to post the link here? Well, you can still post it, but let's look at how it will look when I post it here. See, but I want it to come in bold, so I'm going to remove it from here. Tap it and remove. So I'm going to remove from here and put it under here. So let me put here so the hand will come. So I can customize it below. Let me say below, so that this hand will come out. So I can point down, then I post. Immediately I post, I run to the comment section and I post, chat me here. Let's chat. Then I put that link here. Can you see? And voila, I post it. Can you see? Don't mind my internet. Can you see? So immediately somebody comes here on that post, okay, I'm interested in her bags. They just tap here and straight up, what happens? Just look at this. They just come straight to your WhatsApp. You're leaving our app. Continue, yes. Can you see? You ask them what kind of. So you come here and say continue to chat. Continue to chat. Can you see? And it comes here. Hi, Chiso. My name is the person. I can now come and put my name here and say Kate. You know what I mean? I want to this and I send. So with this now, you can quickly add this person. You can say, okay, this person that just chatted me now, you take their number, you go to you save their number, then you quickly go to your broadcast where you have maybe you have a broadcast list called bags. Let's assume that this is the broadcast list for bags. You come here, click info, add them. You know what I mean? Assuming it's this person, I just add them to that list. You get what I mean? As simple as that. So let's do it. This is also how you can label your contact based on where they are in your customer journey. So if they are inquiring or they are paid or they are pending, you can categorize your customers also for a particular product or service in this category using colors. So you come to your app, assuming this is the people, let's take an example, maybe these are the people you want to categorize. You just have to just tap on one of the contact and tap this icon. Can you see? You see new customer, new order, pending payment, paid, and order. So among these five labels, wherever the customer falls in, you tap it, right? So if it's a new order or a new customer, you can tap this and save. Can you see? And then you see that the customer is marked in blue. You can come and mark this one, for instance, tap here and say paid, right? So you can also say, oh, after you have delivered what the person paid for, you can come and change it to order complete, and save. So all of that is very, very, very important. You can see how this is marked now, right? Assuming this customer is just inquiring or has made an order but is yet to pay, you can tag new order, pending payment, and save. So can you see? And the colors are all different. So you see this is the pinkish, greenish, bluish. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting feature, right? Yeah. Sell out with WhatsApp broadcast. This is lesson 4 in module 2. Here we're looking at organizing and segmenting your broadcast list for targeted messages. I've mentioned it a bit. We just want to clarify them in this lesson, right? So this is lesson 4, like I said. So one way you can segment your contacts that you already have now is to look at them in demographics of age. So you can look at grouping men and women of a certain age, maybe middle-aged men and women, into one place. If maybe you have a wellness product, something that will benefit them, a cosmetic product that will serve people of that age, right? And people who are maybe coupled. So you can look at it that way. You can also put people in location, because maybe when you're selling something and the price is in your local currency, you can't put other people who don't use the local currency in the same package that you're selling, right? So location is also very important. You can put people by location, even in your country with the same currency. If your product is not the type people can experience virtually and you need to deliver them physically, you need to put them in a particular um, segment or in a particular list. So all the people who follow you, who are in Uyo, who like this kind of product that I have, then say something like food, cooked food, right? So you need to take them, when they make orders, you need to take the food to their offices. You can't market to everybody. Somebody in Abuja in Nigeria cannot order a food from somebody from a restaurant who is in Uyo. You know what I mean? So you have to put people in those locations. Also, say you're selling something that is gender specific, like I own a men channel on YouTube. I can't put everybody on my list and send the links of my videos to all of them. I can look at men segment that I also cater to, which are single men and newly married men. Those are people I should put on my list and send to them when I have a new video up, or ask them to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? You can also group people or put people in a list according to their history of buying from you. So if people have purchased some of your products in the past, like I've said before, you need to put them in the same group so they can always give them updates. Also, people are interested in certain things. So if people are interested in certain things, you can put them by their interest, the things they love. If they like to hang out, you sell them things about relaxation and massage and all of that, if those are things you also sell. People who also always get back to you, they always give you feedback, they always respond. Those people can be put in a particular group, because you are sure to ask questions and those people will respond. You know what I mean? So you have to make sure that your broadcast list is serving your purpose. Another way you can organize and segment people is to use them to get relevant data. You can ask them, and they can get back to you, and you can use that response to now put them in the right list. You can also look at your contacts now, right now, which is what I'm saying, and begin to create messages that will suit them. So as I'm talking to you, you know exactly what you're selling, which is your product or your service. You know the kind of person you've been targeting, in the real world. Now, the truth is, those people are on your phone. You've been carrying them around. You might not have been able to sell to most of them. So this is a good time to sit down and look at which segment of your messaging can go to which segment of people, and that will help you design the broadcast list that suits each of these people. So you need to go ahead right now and create your broadcast list. Let me know how many interest areas, or according to your services and products or things you supervise, that you come up with, and start putting people into those lists. We're going to look at it all together in our evening session. So go ahead right now and begin to put people in the list that they belong, because you already know them a bit. So go ahead right now and do that. Also, make sure that in creating your messages, you're not creating generic responses, generic messages. Make sure that you're also ready to respond, to reply them by the time they get back to you. Sometimes it takes me up to 3 days to be able to service. By what I mean by service, to be able to respond back and give suitable responses and feedback to the people that have messaged. It takes me about 3 days to be able to attend to everyone. So it depends on how large your list is. And I will always say, when you make your list and it overflows more than 256, create a second one of the same list and make sure you don't message them at all, so that you can cater to them individually. Immediately you send a broadcast, people are in that second going to get back to you. You must be able to get back to them immediately and say, hi, hello, and follow up. Remember, I'm also teaching you that, first of all, there are certain things you must pay attention to when it comes to segmenting your broadcast list and getting your messages across. Make sure that, like, just like a phone call, the way you can't pick a call and just go straight to the point. You pick a call and say, hello, how are you doing? I'm so person. You must introduce yourself and all of that. So those pleasantries are important. So when you're sending broadcast messages, please don't just send the message. It is generic and it will come off as an announcement that is general. Make sure you say hello, hi, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever time it is. How are you doing? I hope you're fine. How's work today? Anything that goes into pleasantries for your area, start with that, and don't send them in bulk. Send them one after the other like chats. Then you now say, oh, I was thinking, to ask you about XYZ, or to show you XYZ, or to tell you that I have a new video upload. You know what I mean? Use this format and make sure that your messaging is cool. So you're going to be showing me the messaging you have created for a segment of people that you are putting in a list. Let's go there now. All right, see you in module 3.